Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to episode number 17 of the Beyond the Ring with Big T Wrestling Podcast. And I'm your host, Big T, right along here with my co-host, Sean, tonight.
Yo.
It is Wednesday night, September 14th, 2016, and I got to tell you guys, I'm so honored and so privileged. Very special guest on here tonight with us, and we're going to be doing an interview with the man that went toe to toe with Mr. Braun Strowman about a month ago on Raw, the night after SummerSlam at the Barclays Center in Brooklyn, New York. We got none other
Yo,
He said,
Johnny, I think we lost Big T's audio, so
all right, there we go.
we got him back.
that's
We-
you hit the mute button? Really?
you know what, Johnny? I'm still having the same problem with this microphone that I had last week. For some reason,
John, you do the
off the stream.
oh,
But we got
I mean,
none other, as you can clearly see. We got Mr. Johnny Knockout.
Yo, what's up, guys? Thank you guys for tuning in. First and foremost, thank you to Big T and Sean O'Donnell for having me on the show. It's awesome, man. It's like a digital masterpiece going on as we're painting live right now. That's fantastic.
It's a pleasure to have you here on the show tonight.
You know, I feel like Will Ferrell right now from Talladega Nights. I don't know what to do with my hands. So like I'm doing this stuff, you know, the old wrestler promo thing with the hands. I could stand like this and hit a Superman pose. What do you think? What do you guys
Hey.
think? I like it.
That looks fine to me, man.
Dude, like, so what's going on?
You know what? Nothing much here. I am gotta say it's an honor and privilege to have you on the show tonight, and thank you for coming on and sitting down with us to have a little chat. And we're gonna talk about your big moment on Raw that happened last month, and a bunch of other random things. We're also gonna talk about the Big Sweaty Men's Club that is getting bigger and sweatier by the day.
Oh yeah. I feel sweatier just by you saying that. See how wet this hair is right now?
I see it, man. It's all wet. You're all wet right now, so you're getting sweatier, my friend.
You too. Look, what about you, Sean, over there? You feeling big and sweaty?
Very big and very sweaty, man. I need my water. Hydrate.
Smart man. Talking about hydration.
I'm learning from you, buddy.
That series on YouTube, myyoutube.com, The Real JKO. We have some hydration tips and the like under the Knockout Workout series. I'll be shameless plugging every chance I get. I hope that's okay.
Well, first off, here to kick off the show, I want to talk about the biggest night, in your career, getting into that WWE ring. One night after SummerSlam in the Barclays Center. Now, I know you're from New York. You're from New York City. How did it feel?
Originally, it's Booker looking to promote and book me. I'm originally from Brooklyn. I currently live there.
Oh, you're originally from Brooklyn? That's awesome.
Right now I'm in Florida. I'm in Tampa, Florida. Under the palm trees, baby. Yeah.
Beautiful weather every day.
Yeah, pretty much.
Guys, sunshine over there.
Yeah, man. Looking at night. Last night I was on the beach at St. Petersburg under the stars, man. It was so beautiful. I had a beautiful young lady with me. That was great. The stars were shining. had a few beverages. It was just it's an ideal night, and you don't get that everywhere else. You don't get that in Florida. It's perfect. So yeah,
That
Well,
sounds like a night in paradise to me.
yeah. Ran into a bunch of sweaty men on the boardwalk too, so that got my blood going. I think I brought the beer.
Hey, maybe you know what, the big sweaty men's club, I'm sure, grew even a little bit last night.
Oh yeah, they grew all right. It's wild.
Well,
Say-
Johnny, how did it feel to come back to your, your hometown, your city, your home city of Brooklyn, New York, and step into the Barclays Center and get inside that WWE ring with Mr. Braun Strowman? I guess how we're gonna start this off is basically, if you can, if you could get into detail about it, like, how did you get the call? When did you find out? And, basically just take us on through, how was it to get in the ring? How was it, beforehand backstage, then getting out there and that big sweaty man?
The most important part of this conversation right now. I be able to get back to my roots in Brooklyn and the rest of there. It was 8.5 years too late, man. You know what I mean? It was like I was ready when I first started. Yeah, you have a lot to learn, and I'm still learning by the day, which is awesome. That's what life's about. I was always prepared. It took a lot of years and years and miles of hard work for that opportunity, and I just showed up prepared. I was in great shape, as I always am. I had the right mindset. I had been doing a little bit of work with NXT here in Orlando or Winter Park at Full Sail University. And so a lot of the times I'll be there and might not necessarily get used, right? But, the fact is I'm building a relationship, getting to know the guys a little bit more, and working on getting signed full time, because that's what I want to do, right? So when the opportunity came to do NXT in Brooklyn, I was all over it. And I had been in contact with talent relations, and I asked, what else is there? If possible, I'd like to do more. And there was an opportunity to do SummerSlam, Raw, and SmackDown. So I was on hand for NXT Takeover 2, and then SummerSlam I was on hand for. And then Monday came around, and it was time. It was go time. And they saw what I could do, early in the day. And the right people were watching, the agents and talent relation figureheads were watching. And they pulled me aside afterwards, and they asked me if I'd like to work. They liked what they saw. And, they have a little bit of background history on me as it was, but that doesn't stop me from reminding them every time I see them. And I think that was it. It was right time, right place, the right person, the right opponent, the right mix, right company. And that was it. I mean, I got prepared. I got in the mindset. I went over a couple of things, and I was good to go. I mean, this is the thing, too, with me. When it comes to working with a company like WWE, I have this overwhelming calmness, like serenity, right? Serenity now. It's like really relaxing, And I was just ready to go. As soon as my cue was to go out, that was it, man. I had some time to be in the ring before that match actually started, and so I had time. I was real fortunate to be able to soak that moment up. I actually, there's people in the crowd that are from Brooklyn. They were chanting Johnny, so I didn't know exactly who it was, and I pointed it out. They got excited, so they got people, I guess, even before the match started, which I thank you guys for that. And I had a chance to interview with Byron Saxton, so I took an opportunity to be myself, and that worked out, I feel. And then once Braun came down, man, my eyes were locked. I was like a wolf, like an alpha wolf, eyeing his prey. And I don't care that you're 7 feet tall or you're 400 pounds. That's great. I want you to be 8 foot tall and 500 pounds, because you know what they say, how do you eat an elephant, right? One bite at a time. Right, so the bigger the better. The bigger, the sweatier, the better. Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, I went on the attack. That was fun. he might have picked up the win, but I think with both winners out of that, what you say?
Oh yeah.
I would definitely say that you're both winners out of it, especially you, Johnny. I mean, look at how the Big Sweaty Men's Club has picked up since that last month. It's incredible. It's becoming a worldwide phenomenon. It was trending on Twitter, all over social media. I mean, absolutely incredible.
I'm humbled by that. I really am. I'm not the kind of guy, believe it or not. Coming up, a lot of guys said, "Oh, the guy ego, this, that." There's a lot of people in wrestling that don't work as hard. They want the accolades. I work very hard and not always have the accolades. And we keep fighting, And so a lot of people may have thought, this guy ego, this or that. Something you might need an ego to be in show business, but I'm very humbled by that. I didn't expect anything. I strictly wanted to wrestle, and I wanted to wrestle on the main stage. Had the opportunity to do it. Very respectful about it. I love that company. I really want to work there full time. But as far as ego, there's no ego about it. That's what I want to do in my life. I took that opportunity. I'm very confident about it. And I had the opportunity to do it again. I don't know. I know his tricks, Dewey. I know his tricks now.
So are you in the talks of working with NXT again?
Maybe, yeah.
I hope so. We all hope so.
Well, as far as getting something signed, I mean, that's really what's, the main thing right here, right now. And you don't see a piece of paper in my hand ready to sign. It's not. That day is still coming. It's on the horizon. You know what I'm saying? As far as everything else, talk is cheap. So I don't need to be on the phone with people constantly. I see, is everything good? Seems like it, okay. Forgive me, guys, everybody watching this live, because of this digital stuff. I'm like an old man in a young body, Everything got really still for a second. It freaked me out. But to answer your question, you talk is cheap. Somebody could say, "Hey, we're going to send you next week." All well and good. Send me the papers. Let me sign it. Let me send it. Let me be on TV and do this thing, and then then it's really happening. But until then, my hopes are good, and I just want to live life happy. That's really it. Let it come. Say it like me.
Man, I can't think of anyone, just personally, you deserve it more than anyone out there right now. The way you got the reaction you did on Monday Night Raw.
Thank you.
It was damn impressive.
I appreciate it. Yeah, it's funny because at first, the live audience didn't hear it. That was for TV only. I don't know if a lot of people knew that. You guarantee. I don't know about it. Yeah, I'm confident enough to say, I can guarantee that if, based on the reaction, and that house mic didn't pick up anything, it was just for TV only, if they would have heard me say what I said, I'm pretty sure there would have been a Big Sweaty Men chant. I was in the crowd. I was chanting that, so,
I remember watching it live that Monday night, and I laughed out loud. I mean, I rarely laugh out loud on Monday Night Raw anymore, and here we are talking, so it's so awesome. I mean, you're great, man. You're on your way.
Thanks. Likewise. I'm certainly ready and prepared, so we'll see what comes of it. But I'm just enjoying what's going on, and I have an upcoming couple of matches coming up in the area here, and also I'll be traveling. I want to take this opportunity to mention it. I will be wrestling at Battle of the Borders in Cincinnati, Ohio. Actually, it's in West Harrison, Indiana. But it's funny because the building we're going to be wrestling in that night, right across the street is Cincinnati, and where we are is in West Harrison, Indiana. So it's kind of cool. I feel like I might be wrestling in 2 states in one night. I don't know. Maybe if I take my phone across the street, beat them up, bring them back, then I could say that maybe I was the first guy to do that. I don't know.
There you go.
Yeah, I want to out there, and fans can check out that upcoming event. It'll be at the end of October on Halloween weekend, October 29th in West Harrison, Indiana, and it'll be on my Facebook page. That's facebook.com/TheRealJKO. If anybody's interested. And you should be.
I got a feeling you'll pick up the win.
Certainly going there to win. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Gonna get big and sweaty.
Oh, yeah. Johnny's definitely going to get the win. There's no role. I expect to see Johnny going into NXT before we know it because
I would love that.
I do got to tell you honestly, by watching your fitness videos and the way that you train and the way that you're so serious about you know, you really take everything seriously. You got a great work ethic. You work out, you know, you basically work your ass off in the gym from what I see. And I got to tell you, anybody that puts that kind of time, dedication, and heart into their training, you're definitely on your way.
I appreciate that, man. Thank you very much. You know, growing up, I wasn't in shape. I was overweight growing up. So when I first got into working out, I actually broke my hand. So for 6 weeks, I was like, what am I going to do? And the fire just built up, you know. And so I just discovered cardio. You know, I started jogging around my neighborhood. I started to eat better because I can't be putting on weight. You know, it's time to really get in gear. And then when the 6 weeks was up, actually 2 weeks before I was able to take the cast off, I was so pumped, so fired up to get going with this that I was seeing results without even working out with weights. By the way, that's the best way to build muscle. Muscle leads to fat loss. The more muscle you have, the easier it is to burn fat without even doing anything. So keep that in mind. And yeah, I wrapped my hand up real tight, just started working out. And 14 years later, over 14 years later, here I am. And, you know, for you to say that, awesome, man. I appreciate that. So the thing with the Knockout Workout Series on my YouTube page is just a way to give back and help people out. You know, I mean, I do fitness routines on the side, and I work with people on a month-to-month basis, week to week. I keep in contact with them. I have a website, jknockout.wix.com/Johnny Knockout. There's a fitness page on there where I keep in contact with people. I have clients that way. But the YouTube page, you know, I touch on certain topics. People ask questions or maybe something I'm doing that day, spur of the moment. It's kind of like my way of giving back and helping people out. If they want to like extend that and get more exclusive with it, they can always contact me. You know, because I was there before. I was in a position where I needed to get my body in shape and mind in shape. I'm telling you, Todd, man, it changed my life. Being in shape and then being in better shape just opens up your mind to so many other things. When you're done with a good workout, you're just happier, you know? And that leads to so much other great outcomes.
Oh yeah, you know, I can imagine, you know, you get done working out and you know you're dropping that excess weight. It's got to feel so good. And you know what? I'm gonna get a little personal myself, which is something I really don't do very often. But you know, of course, I mean anybody could see that I'm overweight. You know, I could admit it. I'm a big guy. I'm overweight, and one of my main problems is, you know, that makes it harder for me to exercise is that I have cerebral palsy. And, you know, I've been battling that ever since I was, you know, born. And to try to work out, like I could walk on the treadmill and do little bits, you know, at a time. Because after a while, my legs get tired. I have to sit down. But, you know, with having cerebral palsy and, you know, being inactive, I've just noticed that I've been putting on weight. And I would give anything to lose, you know, easily 100 pounds of this weight.
Tell you something? One of my last clients lost over 130 in just under, I think, 15 months, maybe a year and a half. Possible. I've dealt with clients in my 14 years plus, dealt with clients that have been regulated. Is that even the right word? I don't know. It's live, so whatever. They were in a wheelchair. They didn't come out of that wheelchair. They had fibromyalgia. And here's the thing. Here's the thing when I talk with a client or a potential client about getting, you know, making the right decision to better themselves in their life. It's not a sympathy thing. It's an empathy thing. I've been there. I've done that. I understand. And I can understand your positioning. I may not have cerebral palsy, or battled it, but I tell you what, I've had my own share of adversity in my life that I've overcome. And what I'm here to say is that, and it's live, so other people that are listening that might be going through the same thing, it's a matter of will. When there's a will, there's a way, right? That's what they say. I know that sounds trite, but if you get up and you want to do something, you have the power to do it. You know, and with my expertise, I could certainly help you. I mean, we're here live. People are watching. Now's the moment of truth. Let's make it happen, man. I could work with you. We'll get you. Well, I mean, we'll still call you Big T, but you'll be big in the biceps. You know what I'm saying? Instead of
to be, you know, I would love to be called Big T for the right reasons.
buddy. All right. Well, you will. It's just that it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. So, how I see it. Listen, man, 100 years, all new people. Let's just live life happy right now. Do what you got to do. Have a good time right now, you know? And, you know, you can still hang out on your recliner over there. And by the way, I love it. I got to get one for my house. You can still do that. See, the good thing about working out is that you have to rest when you're done in order to grow these muscles, you know, and repair and rebuild. So, yeah. But I've trained clients with fibromyalgia. I told them, I says, look, you know, it doesn't mean you're going to get out of the wheelchair forever, or you're not going to feel pain. I'm sorry, because she got out of the wheelchair. She doesn't have that anymore. But her name's Karen, by the way. I don't know. I don't think she's on the page since I've uploaded it. But Karen, if you're listening to this, somehow, some way, get back on the Facebook with me. But she's out of the wheelchair, taking the selfies, feeling good, putting on the makeup, looking nice, feeling proud of herself. She lost 10 inches in her waist. She has a nice, bright smile now, you know. So it changes people. You just got to make the decision to want to do it. You know, not everybody wants to, but don't be one of those people. You're in the Big Sweaty Men's Club now. So there's certain standards of excellence, you know.
Yeah, exactly right. And I'll tell you, I'm definitely ready because I have, you know, I've battled this weight problem ever since I was probably about 10 or 12 years old. I'm 28 now, and I'm just getting bigger and bigger. And, you know, I just think about it all the time, and it's time.
28, you're a young man, dude.
Man, and Johnny's got to tell you, too, more water and less soda pop, too, like I've been telling you. That's your number one enemy.
Yep.
And coffee. I love caffeine, but Dunkin' Donuts
coffee helps.
It's the best. The D and the D's. I know there's a Don Roy Caruso out there agreeing with me right now.
So Johnny, definitely, you know, you talked about now your time as a personal trainer, you know, which I definitely wanted to talk about. And, you know, you've helped a lot of people. You know, you're doing a lot of great things. And I guess where I want to go to now in the interview is, you know, we talked about basically where you're at right now, your appearance on Raw and everything that happened. And I guess basically what I want to ask you right now, if you were to stand here right now on September 14, 2016, if you were to say, you know, what does your future hold? That's basically what I want to ask you. Where is your future going? What do you have planned in the future? Is there anything you could share with us about what's ahead for you and the Big Sweaty Men's Club as well?
Okay, I'd like to answer your question with a question. God, I sound like the ultimate politician right now. Do I look like Nostradamus to you? I don't know. All I know is that I'm going to show up and do the best that I could possibly do and go after everything that I love to do and that makes me happy. For me, that's coffee, chocolate, big sweaty men, wrestling, not entirely in that order. Anything that people keep myself in shape, just laughing a lot, finding people that make me laugh a lot. Like right now, what's going on? This is a beautiful thing right now. You got 3 big sweaty men just laughing it up. That's what I'm looking forward to in my future. If that translates to being on a larger platform like a WWE and an NXT, making a good money and a good living so I could satisfy my financial needs here, then good, man. I'm also willing to and ready to give back to the people that are good natured, because I only deal with good people in my life. So maybe that'll translate to maybe flying some people out to come seeing us perform once in a while too? Hell, I mean, that's what I'd like to do in my future. What it holds, yeah, it remains to be seen. But I'm ready for it. And I learned to get rid of the whole claustrophobic feeling of having control over things, because there's only so many things you have control in life, which is based on what you respond to. That's it. Everything else, you could just, all you got to do is show up. That's half the battle. If you show up more than everybody else, that's even more than half the battle. All you got to do is get that okay. Monday night at Raw at the Barclays Center in Brooklyn, that time happened. I want that to continue to happen. So we'll see what happens. Did I say happen enough in that last sentence?
Johnny, I do gotta say I love your attitude. Not thinking ahead, you're just taking it day by day as it comes, and you know what? Whatever life brings, that's what happens. You definitely got a great attitude and a great outlook on your life. I must say that.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it. I like your attitude too. And that's all we really could do. I mean, you'll drive yourself insane if you're too concerned about what's happening next. One thing I could say, though, is in the words of T.S. Eliot, says, in the end, what we regret most are the chances we never took. I have never, ever, sorry, I sounded like Jericho there. I've never, ever met an opportunity that I didn't take, a chance that I didn't take. Once in a while, I let a big sweaty man slip through my fingers and he went out the door, but sometimes it's out of your control. But I never met an opportunity I didn't take. And if I could leave somebody that is listening to this part of the segment right now, is I'd leave them with that. Every opportunity you see, go out and take advantage of it. That's it. Sometimes it works out. You got to deal with the no's to get to the yeses.
You're absolutely, you know what? Nobody could have said it better. What you just said right now. You know what? You just got to take that opportunity if it presents itself. And you know what? Because if you don't take it, it's true. You know what? Then you'll be wondering the rest of your life, what if? And that's something that you definitely don't want to happen. So, I mean, you definitely right on the head right there. I mean, you.
Cool, man.
Uh-oh. Big T, we lost your mic, bud.
What are you doing over there with that microphone? You hitting mute? Don't be messing with me and Sean now.
So, Johnny, so before we were on the air, you were telling me about a dream match, someone that you looked up to, and that, whether it's current, past, who would be your dream match opponent? And would there be any special stipulations? While we wait for Big T, let's hear it.
Sure, yeah. Oh, that's a great question, man. And I'm glad you're asking that here live. It would, I've been asked in the past, and I guess my first thought would be, well, people might think I would say Bret Hart, because he was my ultimate favorite. But I tell you what, it'd be Eddie Guerrero. If that was ever possible, it would have been him. You know why? Because this guy could do it all. First of all, he's the best wrestler I've ever seen, like bar none. I mean, yeah, Kurt Angle. I mean, come on, can't have best wrestlers without saying Kurt Angle. But Eddie Guerrero, and not only that, because he's going to keep me on my toes. This guy is willing to do whatever to win. And you know something? He's such a charming guy that people are going to get behind him anyway. If he took a chair and hit me with it, people would love it. I want that competition. I would have wanted that competition. And just the fact that he's a little wise ass, like he would do whatever he could take to win. I'm the same way. I think not only would it be a great scientific match, it'd be a great match entertaining wise, enthusiastically. You know what I mean? He had that fire, and I know I have the same. So I think it would be a lot of parallels there. I think that would make for a great wrestling. So thanks for that question.
Yeah, your personalities would be perfect in a promo, just going back and forth. Yeah, Viva la Raza. You got it.
Yeah.
You got it, buddy.
I'm innovating a new series of maneuvers to string together that's actually going to pay tribute to Eddie Guerrero. And
very cool.
Be able to pull it out. I used to do the I used to do the Three Amigos in honor of Eddie Guerrero, and I called it Viva La Vengeance.
Nice.
Out when I did it.
Now, I stopped watching around like 2004 until like about 2012 throughout high school and college.
Yeah.
So I didn't really get to see Eddie Guerrero on that level, you know, at WrestleMania, or not WrestleMania, when he defeated Brock Lesnar. So, yeah, I missed out. I mean, I get a little bit back on the network, but what is the Three Amigos exactly?
The Three Amigos are a series of 3 suplexes back to back without letting go of the opponent. So basically, Guerrero would boot him, you know, hook him, suplex up, boom, he twists his hips.
Nice.
Twist the guy back up, twist him again, suplex him again, twist the hips back up. Then he get up and do this shit.
Yeah.
We're live, kid.
Anything goes.
Tomorrow. And
this is TV 14.
And Frog Splash, yeah. But
nice,
when you saw like throw those suplexes, man, and just the way he popped the hips and just drive his opponent to the mat and then get right back up as if like that didn't take the wind out of the both of them. You know, trying that out for the first time, like this guy was well conditioned, you know. So it made me want to be a better worker and a better wrestler.
He was definitely high gear.
If WWE is watching, yeah, you could definitely get onto the WWE network. I hear it's only like $9.99 or something like that a month, right?
Something like that. Yeah. Something like that.
Well, check out Eddie Guerrero, man. You're worth the time. And go see his match with Kurt Angle from WrestleMania 20. I know you said 2004 you stopped watching, so I don't know if that was before or after WrestleMania 20. That was in 04. I was there live.
Yeah.
It was a match. I won't give away the finish because it's just the kind of guy Eddie was. And like that's why I would have loved to wrestle. You
know? What part of your life did you decide to get into professional wrestling after your physical fitness and all that?
Great. Oh, that's an awesome question. I've never been asked that actually. And that's a good question too, because it was something that I went back and forth on for a while. Finally decided. 23. I was 23 years old when I went into it. And that was at the tail end of 2007. I began training. And so, yeah, it was just like, you know, I want to do something extraordinary with my life. I don't want just any job. I don't want to, you know, I have a specific attitude about me too. You know, a lot of people, they don't understand it. You know, a lot of people are just set in their ways. They like to just, oh, you know, I'm a worker bee. I want to go in. But. They don't even button up my top shirt. They're all buttoning their top shirts, you know, and they just have these miserable attitudes about them, quite frankly. I didn't want to be one of those people. I'm not one of those type of people. I wanted to be so extraordinary with my life. I wanted to just do something great that could inspire other people too. I was thoroughly inspired by professional wrestling growing up since the age of 4. And it's what made me decide on a nickname for myself before I even started wrestling, which is now my ring name. And, you know, so I wanted to be able to live an extraordinary life for other people as well, you know. Maybe that can inspire some people like they inspired me. So 23, I was like, you know, I'm not getting any younger. I mean, I know I'm a young guy, but I'm like, you know, I kind of wanted to make a decision by 18 when I got out of high school. But it happened when it happened. And, you know, that's all you could do. So I didn't force myself into it, but I made the decision and I just never looked back.
Where'd you go for training?
I started out in Gleason's gym in Brooklyn, New York under Johnny Rods. But I only spent a couple of months there, so not enough to really talk about. I mean, I had a lot of verbal training from Johnny Rods because, you know, he was an older guy. He couldn't get in the ring and really show you. So, you know, you had skull sessions with him, and that was good. But I needed that physical learning, you know, and it just wasn't doing it for me right over there. It wasn't like back in the day where you had the Tommy Dreamers and the Bubba Ray Dudleys.
Yeah.
And Devon Dudley, even Big Cass and all those guys, you know. So it wasn't like that back in the day. So, well, Big Cass is he's younger than me, I think. But anyway, what I'm saying is back in the day it was a little different. You had Taz there and all that. I mean, these guys were grinding. I knew I wasn't getting it. You know, all due respect to Johnny Rods, but I wasn't getting it there. So I picked up when I moved to Florida, and I got trained by FCW at the time, was the developmental system, now known as NXT. So I got trained under the WWE umbrella. I wanted to do it right. I wanted to get professional training, and I wanted that under my list of credentials. I got trained by Steve Kern and Norman Smiley, and so glad that I did. I picked up my whole life. I moved there and I invested everything. I think I had about $80 to my name in my pocket. I didn't eat for 2 weeks. I didn't have running water, like cold. I had cold water. I didn't have any hot water. Didn't have anything on the stove. I think I ate a cookie a day only because he had this big container that was like. By the way, Todd, I'm not saying eat cookies, right? Or anybody out there, but that's all I could afford. It's like a whole big thing of cookies for like $2. At night, it was like a ramen. That was like my gourmet meal. So I put everything into it. That's what I wanted. I was so happy. Every night I went to bed smiling.
Man, I hear Stone Cold Steve Austin talking the exact same way you did. I mean, he ate a potato a day. He went through the same struggle, the same exact way. And I only hope for you get the same amount, if not more success than he does, which would be out of this world. But I think you got it in you, buddy. One last thing for me. I don't know if we got Big T back yet, but like with all of that said, how the struggle is so real becoming a professional wrestler. Like what would you give to advice the younger kids coming up? Like how did you get through all that crazy struggle? Because it's such a
No, I'm kidding.
It's a whirlwind, buddy.
It's worth it if it's something that you really want in your life, no matter what it is. If you want to be a banker, be the best damn banker. You learn math. You learn how to work the books. If you want to be a physical therapist, learn how to get people's body readjusted so that they feel better. I would say my advice is go all in. Understand that you're going to get a lot more no's than you're going to get yeses. But you can't let that deter you. There have been times in my life where I let it bother me. That was the yesteryear. Those days are behind me, and you got to be willing to be a pest too. A lot of times too, you think, oh, am I bothering this person? Who cares? If they're not saying, hey, alone, you freaking get on their phone. It's called kicking the door in, Yep. Or they get mad because you really want it. If that's the case, you don't want to work with those people anyway because they don't know how to do business. So I say just be resilient. Be resilient. Whenever I had adversity in my life, I've always given adversity the adversity in return. It's not easy. You can be pissed off maybe a lot too, but you got to keep that internal, and you got to find a good way to channel it and make it work for you. For me, that was designing gear, doing art, all the tattoos I have. I did a lot of that stuff. Putting it into my promos. A lot of people that have watched me in the past that have said that they like my promos, the ones that they really point out is the ones where I really let it loose. So I say find a creative outlet for it and just be ready to fight uphill. And like they say, in our business, in professional wrestling, there's no guarantees. But then again, there's no guarantees anywhere in life. You could work for the city, whatever city you're in, and try to get a pension for 20 years. At 18 years or 19 and a half years, they're going to cut you loose and say, thank you, it was real. Nothing's a guarantee. Just make yourself happy. Don't ever let anybody tell you otherwise. I've had pivotal people close to me in my life that are supposed to be my support system. I got to be honest with you, man. Now that I'm here and I'm live, at the end of the day, yeah, there are good people in my life. But growing up and getting the ball going, even up until this year, I've been my support system. Sometimes, in order to believe in yourself,
you're right.
You're the only one believing. So, just believe in yourself.
Well, we believe in you.
Oh, thanks.
The Big Sweaty Man Club believes in you.
Good.
So,
Well, Big Sweaty.
We still can't hear Big T, so I don't know if we want to drop out and try to get back in, readjust all of that. But so we were talking about Eddie Guerrero being one of your all-time greatest.
You sound like Darth Vader right now.
What's that?
You sound like Darth Vader right now.
Oh shit.
That's better.
Okay, we're good.
Yeah, we lost.
Okay, so you had your match with Braun Strowman, and would there be anyone else on the WWE roster right now that you could see yourself having a great rivalry with?
Yes. Oh, your questions are just mwah, mwah. If it was food, he'd be like a fine delicacy here. Yeah,
Bon
Randy Orton.
appetit. Hell yeah.
Yeah, bon appetit. Randy Orton, because he's the most fluid wrestler in the ring that I think I've seen since Eddie Guerrero.
Big T, are you listening to that? I mean,
I
Big
know
T had some harsh words for Randy Orton after SummerSlam.
Who did? You?
I love Randy Orton.
Brock to win at SummerSlam.
My jaw dropped when I saw standing from one of the VIP sections that only us guys was able to stand. But anyway, yeah, and I saw that my jaw dropped. I looked back at some of the guys and we were all stunned. So when guys in the ring could make professionals feel like that, that's magic. I think it was awesome.
Yeah.
I don't think that he was supposed to get that kind of, but I mean, it is what it is. If that guy busts me open, he better be running. Yeah, he's a great athlete. He better be a better athlete. You hear me, Brock?
Oh my God.
I was gonna say, I don't think you're gonna lay there like Randy. I think you're gonna get up and get right up in the beast's face and tell him like, "Hey."
I don't know, but certainly, yeah. I mean, if I'm still breathing, I'm still fighting, and yeah.
You know what's really awesome though? We're talking about Lesnar and Orton at SummerSlam, and of course that was trending all over the world SummerSlam night. But I do believe you were the biggest trend out of WWE the night after SummerSlam. So
that's what
you're on that level.
Well, I hope I stay there. I would like to. If I have more opportunity, then I'm gonna knock it out. I mean, wow, how apropos, right? I'm gonna knock it out of the park if I get the opportunity to do it. But like I said, there are certain things out of your control. If they decide, hey, let's do it, hey, I'm ready. Other than that, I want to mention two guys, and I've done some podcasts in the before this one where I didn't get a chance to touch on it, but I'm pretty cool with Bray Wyatt. I think he's a great guy. But that character you see, I get along with him because I relate to him. He might not get along with everybody else, but I get along with this guy. And I know, like, when it's go time, if we had the opportunity to, lock up, that would be a great one. Although I can see
a great entertainer.
I know you're not seeing it right now, but I have a mask somewhere in this house. You know what I mean? I go into a dark place when I put it on before I hit the ring. I don't know. Maybe that'll be making its way back at some point. I'm not sure. But got to deal with some big sweaty men. That being said, I know he's a hot topic right now because he's the new world champion in WWE. But AJ Styles, just because I've had a chance to work shows with him, never against him, but I've seen him and his performance live up close, during Ring of Honor when I traveled with them a little. And this is when he had the IWGP. I remember taking it and putting it to the side for him, and just seeing this guy work firsthand. I mean, I had the best seat in the house other than being right then in the ring with him. So he's another guy. I mean, everybody's super talented, but those three guys stand out right off the bat for me. And Enzo, I've gotten my hands on him before. I'd like to do it again. We could have a little battle of the accents, right?
There you go.
Enzo, yeah. Oh, man, I was going to ask you, Johnny. I know you said your dream opponent is Eddie Guerrero.
Yep.
Now, I'm wondering if this will fall under the same answer, but I'd like to ask you this question.
Sure.
Is your favorite wrestler of all time? Like, who is the wrestler that inspired you every time you turned on the TV and watched pro wrestling, the one that you looked up to?
Easy question. Although as I progressed into adulthood, that changed. But of all time, Bret Hart. He always morality, just the way he always his technical prowess. I mean, he just did things other people just simply couldn't do. He was the best. So it was Bret Hart. Then when I hit puberty, it was Stone Cold Steve Austin, and not for a weird reason. Some people may be thinking, I don't know, maybe I'm thinking it the way I said it. When you had that testosterone going, somebody would just kick the door and just beat people up. Stone Cold was the man. And then towards my later adolescent years, dark times came, man. And you know something? I was this close at the Mohegan Sun Arena at SmackDown Live the night after Raw to go one-on-one with Kane. I was so close. I didn't get it. I wasn't the guy that night. Oh, well. Yeah, I looked at him in the back, and I'm like, what? I was like, yeah, your time might be coming. I didn't do any of that, but but I still wanted to work him, man, and wrestling. That would have been great. So, yeah, that part on the list.
I'll tell you, Kane is a workhorse. Like over, I believe, 400 Monday Night Raw matches and everything, you know, that he has done.
I've been chokeslammed by him. I did an appearance as a Rosebud.
Cool.
So I don't know, it was on the SmackDown 15th anniversary. I had this hat on. He picked me up. Boom! Pretty strong guy, you know? Boy, he's 7 feet in the air. It's pretty high up, you know, pulling you back. And the hat just went flying off. So I had a chance to work with him a little bit. So if I never get the opportunity to wrestle him, that would suck personally. But the fact that I actually got to work with him in some capacity, as a kid growing up, and of course I can't do that with Brett and Steve Austin. So at least I can say I did that. That was awesome. You know? I'd like to think.
I believe I remember exactly which segment you're talking about, Johnny, and I think I think I do remember you now that you're saying that, because if my memory serves me correctly, correct me if I'm wrong here. I believe Stephanie McMahon was in the ring with John Laurinaitis and Teddy Long, interrupted or something, and then she put him in a match against Kane, and then Kane came out, and that's when all hell broke loose, pretty much.
He parted all of us like the Red Sea, by the way. When he came out and those fireworks, the pyro went off, like we totally stepped aside.
Can you legit feel that heat from the fire?
Yeah. I felt it at WrestleMania 20 and at Survivor Series the year before that when he came out. And I was up in the rafters and I felt it. So imagine being there on the stage and feeling it. I just want to be in that ring and see those pyros and the flames come up and then see his face looking at my face. Oh, that would be great. I got a chance to do that with Braun. It's so weird, too, because it feels like you're in a video game. You know, like how the people see it in the video game when the guy's walking down the aisle. You feel like that. I mean, sure, it feels like real life, but like just your opticals, you know, it's like a horse with blinders. It's like, wow, this is the coolest experience in the world. So if I got a chance to do that with Kane, that would be great. You would have to have that old school mask, though, where the mouth is covered and all. That was much more intimidating.
Yeah.
If you had the real quick, if you had the opportunity to like specialize a character, a full-blown gimmick, would it be more of a heel or a baby face and something along the line of like Kane and Bray Wyatt?
You mean for me?
Yeah. Oh yeah, I know. But like if WWE wanted to, you know, give you like a character, what would you like?
Okay, that's a good question because, by the way, I do have the mask and I've wrestled under it, and like I said, it was a dark time in my life, and I was going by Killer KO, and that was like a mix of Killer Instinct, Johnny Knockout, and I had the mask on. It was a full mask, and dude, I got to tell you, the guy you're speaking to right now, and this is no gimmick at all, like a different person. So I don't know. That's why I say, like, you may see, I may get along with that guy Bray. He's a cool dude, but he is what you see on TV. That's him. But he's a cool kind of weird. I'm into that. That's the kind of person I am. So I kind of like what I have going right now. As far as this way of expressing myself, I feel like this is good. Plus, I get to shoot off the mouth and be funny. I think I'm funny. And everybody always laughs. That's their problem. And so it gives me a chance to be more elaborate on who I am. I think it's kind of limiting sometimes with the character. Like some people don't take it serious with the mask. I'd have people laughing like, "Oh, scary!" I'd rip the mask off and I'd go insane. That would kick me off. Like it really, like I don't know if you get some of the tapes on the YouTube page, you could see it. I think I cussed once or twice. I'm like in a zone, you know. I'm a different person. I think I could do a lot. I have a lot to express, a lot of emotion, a lot of life experiences that I could portray. and it's not an act. It's me. That's why I always relate to Steve Austin, and he says it from time to time in his podcast with these other guys, that he's in that ring. It's 100%. It's real to him. That's really what's going on, and it's wrestling gives you a chance to be yourself in real life. I feel like that's what people are putting on an act to be. You know why? Because you go to a job, people are like, oh, how are you? God, I hate that guy. That's fake to me. Wrestling allows me. Where else can you go out in your underwear? I can't do that out in the street. I mean, I can. I'd probably get arrested for it. On my chest and stuff, really just let loose. It's me being me. So that is me being 100% real. As far as like a character or gimmick, I don't. I used to paint half of my face and talk to myself. Sometimes you get mad. Sometimes you're cool, right? Everybody's got that yin and yang. So that was real to me. I'd scare the crap out of the little kids. The parents would love it. But they would ask me, I love your gimmick. I'm like, what gimmick? They think I'm kidding. I'm not kidding.
Man, that is.
But, yeah. So to answer your question, I could do it all, man. I like what I'm doing right now, but if I had an opportunity for my character development under the umbrella of WWE, with superstars, so they're considered characters, right, on the TV, I would say that, I would love that the story arcs of that. Being able to be this way, and then maybe something ticked me off. Something somebody did or said, like AJ Styles blow-blowing Dean Ambrose, right, in the ring. I wouldn't cry over spilled milk. I'd pour myself another glass, but I don't know. Maybe that glass is gonna be milk's gonna be a little curdled. It's you thinking. You don't understand what I mean by
it's a breath of fresh air, because you're exactly right. Austin says it all the time. Wrestling as a whole is so much better when you have guys like you that, it's not as produced. It's a real energy, and it's awesome, buddy. I think you got nothing but potential, and it's so cool to have this opportunity to ask you these questions.
Thanks, I really appreciate it. Being able to talk with somebody that has your enthusiasm too, and is able to who I'm able to feed off of and work with. I mean, that's the thing. I'd just be doing this in my house, talking to the wall, which I'm not going to say whether I do that or I don't. That's another story for another day. I appreciate your enthusiasm, man. It certainly makes
Definitely.
I got to tell you, Johnny, I have so much respect for what you guys do in the ring as professional wrestlers. Like, I'm gotta say, I've been a fan of it since I was a kid. I've been a fan of it my whole life. It has got me through the most difficult times of my life. It has helped me, through so much. And it's like the one time, when I sit down in front of my TV and I watch professional wrestling, I'm truly happy. And when I get to go watch live wrestling shows, it's like I'm truly happy. And I got to tell you, for what you guys do, going out there, putting your bodies on the line every single night for, fans' entertainment, for fans like me, I got to tell you, I really appreciate what you do, because I live wrestling. I sleep it. I breathe it. I mean, I even bleed it. Like, everything for me, my whole life surrounds professional wrestling. And I got to tell you, just being able to watch it and thing with it, like saying, even having the chance to interview you, it's just incredible to talk with someone that's in the business. And I just want to take this opportunity to tell you that your work in the ring is so appreciated. Fan like me, because I really do appreciate what all of yous do in the ring.
Likewise, man. No, I totally really am happy that you said all that, and I'm glad that you feel that way, because like I said, if it wasn't for I'm a fan as well. So if I'm watching somebody else that I like, I feel the same way and how you're expressing to me right now. I feel the same way, and so I totally understand. And it makes what I do much more rewarding, because I do it because I love it, I want to do it, and I have a passion. This is my passion. Primary, number one, and to know that you can relate to that, I totally get where you're coming from, and I like to be surrounded by people like that, like-minded people. And I think that sometimes you get people that just like to watch to criticize. I'm not interested in people like that. Good, fine, as long as you're a pair of eyes and ears and you want to talk, then any press is good press. But, you know, I'd much rather be talking to somebody like yourself than Sean. And I think that, you know, that's good, man. It's good for wrestling. I think wrestling gets a bad rap, but I'd like to see everybody else do what we do constantly.
Yeah.
And I don't get to do it as much as they do right now, but I really am working hard to be able to do that. And, you know, the past 4 days of that Slam weekend, it's the least I slept in a long time. So, but you know something, I was up and I was ready and I was at it and I wasn't tired. It's because it's just that it invigorates you, you know, the fact that you want to do that and being around all happy people. Like, I don't know, man, when I go there, everybody's happy. Everybody wants to be there. It's a sink or swim environment because they expect you to swim. They want professionals. They hire you because you're a professional. I'm a professional. I'm a swimmer. And to me, that makes for a very relaxing environment to work. It's a place where I feel I can thrive, be around people like that, and then talk with people like yourself. I mean, that's like a great circle going on. So you're constantly filled with uplifting, positive stuff. And that's what I want in my life. I won't have it any other way. So to be able to do, you know, interviews like this and interact and entertain, I'm not putting on airs. I just do it naturally. I'm just glad that it's appreciated. Sometimes, you know, in the past, you have people looking at you like, I laugh anyway. So to be able to bounce ideas off of people that appreciate it, I appreciate you. So, yeah. Have we kissed each other's asses enough? Because I know you got about 10 people out there wondering, oh, this love fest. I don't care. People like this, buddy, man. I'm going to blow them kisses. All right?
Well, you know what it is, Johnny? I think it's the fact of that. The fact that we're just, you know, we're just on the same wavelengths with our opinions. Yeah. Like it's funny that you use the word "invigorate" with wrestling because I could even use that in an example. I go to WrestleMania every single year. And I'm a night owl. I prefer to stay up, you know, pretty much all night long. That's when I have most of my energy. So I'm not much of a morning guy.
You're a nyctophiliac. Okay, kids or probably adults, right? No, it has nothing to do with dead bodies. If you look it up, it's a word. Nyctophilia is it's a sensation or the feeling you get feeling relaxed in the dark and in darkness and nighttime.
Yeah.
You're a nyctophiliac and you didn't even know it. We relate on more than you think. Look at that.
Uh-oh.
What?
I think we lost Big T's mic there.
Is it something I said?
Yeah, I think that nyctophiliac crossed the line.
He thought I said the other thing. Oh, look, he left.
Well, let's see what we get. Let's see.
Are you a Nick?
No. Well, I like it in the nighttime, but I have to work because in the daytime.
There we go.
Sucks. We got you, buddy.
I gotta have my tech guy take a look at this mic.
Did I lose battery?
We lost Johnny's camera.
Yeah, I don't see Johnny's camera. Are you still on with us, Johnny?
I think his battery died because right before he left, he said, "Did I lose battery?"
Oh, let's see if we can get him back on. I hope we can. I got my mic fixed and he was still on. Hold on, ladies and gentlemen, bear with us here. If we could get see Johnny, if he'll be back with us in a couple minutes.
Well, while we wait for Johnny to get back, let's go over the Backlash results.
Yeah, we'll do a little something while we wait for Johnny to get back. I still see his picture up there. Oh, now it went away. So, yeah, he probably dropped out right when I heard his phone vibrate.
Yeah, he was like, "Oh, did my battery die?" Backlash 2016, SmackDown Live's first ever exclusive pay-per-view. We had Baron Corbin defeat Apollo Crews in a singles match for 9 minutes and 55 seconds. Becky Lynch is the new SmackDown Women's Champion in a six-pack.
Oh, here we go.
Sorry, can you see me?
Hey,
Yep.
Yeah, I can see you, Johnny.
That good? Okay.
That's perfect.
We've been having such a good time. I didn't. My battery died.
Oh,
that's what I said.
What happened? Sean told me that he thought he heard you say that your battery died like right before you dropped out.
Give me cuss too. Yeah. Sorry. It happens.
I remember saying right before you dropped out, I got to have my tech guy take a look at this microphone because for some reason, whenever I live stream, it always likes to cut off. Yeah. And unplug the wires and it comes back on because it's a new mic, so I'm still, working with it, trying to work through the bugs, so to speak.
I don't think people realized too when we were supposed to go on at 9 o'clock that we were spending that hour from when we updated the people at 10. We were spending that whole hour trying to get this on the air, and so it's not like the sake of not doing it, but they couldn't see that. So stuff that just happened, it happens. You got to roll with the punches, right? I'm glad I got on as quick as I did. So.
Yeah, you know what? We've been rolling with the punches all night, and you know what? It's been working. Even if there's been a bump in the road, we're right back here doing it, and I'll tell you, it's been going great. And I wanted to roll into to my next question. It was back in 2009, if I'm not mistaken. Correct me if I'm wrong. Where you, Johnny, I believe you wrestled Vance Archer, ECW, and I wanted to talk a little bit about that match and how that experience was. If you'd like to get into that a little bit for everybody.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, that's cool that you brought that up. I think Vance is a cool dude, man. He was kind of like a big brother that night. Like I said, I was young. It was my first year coming in. He kind of helped me out and guided me on what I shouldn't be doing backstage, and just looking out for me. Not saying I was doing anything wrong, but we went over some of the dialogue, what we need to do. It was fun. I got to work with Arn Anderson as a producer for the match, who, by the way, was the producer of the match on Raw. That was cool, and just being able to work with these guys was great. Working with Vance was awesome. He's a true pro himself. But there's one thing that happened in the match at the start of the match, no less. He hit me across the face, and I lost hearing in this ear for 3 weeks. I had a perforated eardrum. So in the back, I didn't realize it at first, and I went to the back, and I couldn't hear anything here, and I was blowing my nose, and it's like the cartoons where the air comes out of the ear, It was like that.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God, what the heck? Tommy Dreamer was backstage at the time, and when he was working there, he said, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "Yeah, don't worry about it. I have another year. I'll be all right." But the match was great. It was the first time ever that I was in a pair of trunks. Hold on. I think I got something messed up here again. Give me a second, folks. I don't know if you can see me or not.
All right.
Can you hear me?
Your camera just turned off. That's all.
What's that? All right.
There we go.
Graphic for a second. That's cool. I was all like this, right? I saw it.
That's awesome.
It was a great night. It was the first time I was ever in trunks. So I remember feeling really cold because it was a new experience for me. I always had the long tights. And I remember being in front of 16,000 people. At that time, it was the Wachovia Center, now the Wells Fargo Center, where they were tonight, actually. And I thought, I'm like, oh, damn, I would have loved to be there. I've worked in that building quite a few times. I think that's where the SmackDown 15th anniversary was held, too. And yeah, so it was a good time. It was a good match. And I remember it being really cold, like I said, because the first time I was in trunks, people were shouting "Tidy Whiteys." I'm like, it's Johnny Knockout, not Tidy Whiteys. But, I had some people in the crowd too that recognized me from the Independents. That was sweet. Felt like home.
What's the furthest like you've got to travel with wrestling? And is there any arenas that you haven't got to work in yet that is like a dream to work in?
Yeah, I want to wrestle in Japan.
Yeah.
Those guys are the hardest hitting. It's right up my alley. They might not be
Awesome.
big sweaty men. Maybe they might be medium-sized sweaty men. Sweaty men good for me. But by the way, they don't have to be all 7 feet, 8 feet. A big sweaty man just means the guy that's getting into it. Always big and he's sweating up and he's a man, Kind of like those memes you see, like the manliest man where he's like this, right? I love those things. It's like pain filled and bitch, something like that. I love those.
Was the Big Sweaty Man Club formed on Raw, or was that something you had going for a while now? Yeah.
It wasn't even formed. I mean, apparently it was. Hold on a second. This damn phone. Well, at least you guys get a close up of me. People that actually like my face. Hold on. Something happened again with my phone. Okay, there we go. Wow, live. We're live. Screw it. We'll do it live.
You're a Bill O'Reilly fan.
I mean, I guess it was formed, or the minute I addressed it, it was formed, I guess. But I think that's where the birth of it was in that, yeah. Because, I mean, I didn't have this before Raw. It's something Byron asked me, and me being me, and then the people liked it. And everybody else that was on the Twitter, that's at John_Knockout.
Let's see. Do we still have Johnny? Hello? I think Johnny. Let's see.
Hello?
Hey, there we go.
go.
There we go. You froze up for a second on us and we couldn't hear you.
A lot of big sweatiness going on. I told everybody this was going to be the Big Sweaty Podcast. It's overheating. Didn't somebody say in the chat, I think the internet might break? Well, look what's happening. So you could just enjoy that this is happening. I mean, how often does this happen, right? All this sexiness. Come on.
Not often, man. And I'll tell you, it's the podcast is definitely overheating tonight.
Yeah, as well it should be.
I was going to ask you.
Mike, buddy.
Folks, viewers, do you hate us right now? Or do you love us that much more because we're willing to roll with it? Right, Sean?
You're right, buddy. It's so sweaty. It's in cool down mode. We're running all the fans right now.
Cool down mode? It's funny you bring that word up, cool down, because whenever I'm on the elliptical trainer or the treadmill or the stair mill, which I call it the run mill, that's what I turn it into. And then when I'm done, it's down. I'm like, the nerve of this machine. I'm like, oh, down.
Oh, shit.
Let's see.
We got him back. He was in the middle of a big sweaty question.
You know what? My microphone's getting so big and so sweaty it can't contain itself here.
It's like matching clothing with the color black. Like the words "big sweaty" works with everything. So funny.
You're right.
It does. It works with everything.
Sweaty bills I gotta pay, and that big sweaty bank account I just opened up because I'm so big and sweaty.
I'm gonna have a big sweaty glass of water.
All that condensation going on there.
Yeah, the condensation from the water just being so cold in the fridge. You put it in that glass starts sweating.
Like you youngins listening, condensation is when nature sweats. Big and sweaty.
There you go.
Yeah.
Big sweaty nature.
the big sweaty question I was in the middle of asking you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh shit.
That's a well. Hold on. That's a very good question. So, your question is, what does it feel like looking into the mirror every morning and seeing Johnny Knoxville? Well, that's a question, Big T. It's excellent. Yeah, I love doing it. I do it often. I installed a new mirror in my house so that I could do that even more times during the day. That's excellent. I really am glad you asked that. So,
Yeah, that is a good one.
we ad-lib without you. Gotta fix that, Mike. That's all good. No, don't sweat it. Actually, do sweat it. Can I ask you guys some questions?
Yeah, go for
I
it.
don't want to go off right now. We're having so much fun here.
Let's talk favorite matches.
Okay.
Any
Mine?
Yeah, go for it.
Mine, like my personal matches, or ones that I've seen.
Oh yeah, both actually. I forget we're talking to just like a buddy here. I forgot you got your own matches under your belt, so
Favorite matches. Okay. Growing up, see, I don't like to talk about myself. Yeah, right. And everybody out there is like, what a BS artist.
I'm back. I'm back.
I was humble. But if we're talking favorite matches that inspired me, you gotta think Bret Hart versus Stone Cold Steve Austin. I always have trouble remembering whether it's SummerSlam or Survivor Series. I think it's SummerSlam, where they had that double turn where Steve Austin went in and he was supposed to be a heel and hated, and people got behind him because he wouldn't give up, he wouldn't quit. It's the one where he had that crimson mask he was wearing, bleeding, he's in the sharpshooter, and just didn't quit. That was an awesome match. That was 30 minutes.
Mania 13.
That was WrestleMania 13?
There we go.
I'm pretty sure. I love that, man. That is my favorite WrestleMania.
It wasn't SummerSlam.
Wait,
that was
Big T will know.
WrestleMania 13 in Chicago, Illinois, at the old Rosemont Horizon Arena.
Look at this. Look at this shit. I'll never get
He's
tired.
he's a Wikipedia.
Okay, matches. No, well, definitely the one at SummerSlam too, because they had two of them. I know. Okay, so that one was the WrestleMania.
Yeah.
And they had one at Survivor Series '96. That was their other one, and then the third one that they had was at
Ring Bell, and he had him. He was like choking him with the cable, the video camera cable. He had him on the rope, right? And he's choking him. Bret Hart choking Steve Austin, and he had the bell from prior in the match, didn't get to use, and he takes the bell and just smacks him in the head with it. That was cool. But those are the times that I stop and I rewind and I pause and I pay attention. By the way, I taught myself how to bump to perfection by watching guys like Steve Austin and The Rock. I remember specifically one tape I just rewound like 30 to 50 times where Stone Cold crashed The Rock's like live musical where he's singing in the ring with his car. And he just like shot him off the ropes and just knocked him out with a clothesline. And I remember how The Rock bumped, and I was just like, okay, shoulder blades, this, that, okay. And I must have watched that back like, time after time after time after time. And this is before I had formal training, Just started learning, I got better with bumps and watching that. So I go off on tangents here. But yeah, that was a good match. That was one of my favorites. Also, Eddie Guerrero and Kurt Angle from WrestleMania 20. That was awesome. Shawn Michaels and Kurt Angle are working together. In fact, I think that's one of Kurt Angle's best matches too. I was listening to one of his interviews recently. So, yeah.
Awesome.
Well, now that I'm back, and I hope to God my microphone doesn't do it again, because I'm telling you, it's like God doesn't want me to ask this question or something. But let's see. Johnny, what is your all-time favorite match that you have ever wrestled in?
Okay, put me on the spot here. I gotta say, it's live on WWE Raw. I know that's probably like a common answer people would think, but it's true. It's for the company I want to wrestle with. It was on the grandest. I gotta say, it's their flagship show. Okay, no offense to SmackDown Live, they're great too. I love that new camera angle, by the way. But they've been the longest standing show. So it was the main show, and it's like watching Walking Dead and being on that versus Fear the Walking Dead.
Yeah.
Might be a good show. Walking Dead is the show. So yeah, being on at the Barclays Center in Brooklyn, New York, where I'm from, where it all started for me, going against the biggest guy they have on the roster there, that isn't Kane, and probably bigger than Kane. And just his intensity and ferocity. I had that ferocity and that killer instinct. You know, you saw it on the tights. So I would have to say, yeah, that'd probably be the best one. And I'm looking to top it. 18,000 roaring, screaming New York fans that they say anything that's on their mind. That's me, man. That's all me. I gotta say that. I've had some pretty cool killer matches, though. I have to go with that. And by the way, I don't know if people have been paying attention, but I'm kind of like, I feel like I'm cyber stalking Braun Strowman. I'm gonna get you, buddy. One way or the other. If somehow you're watching this, or one of your friends that knows you is watching this, or one of the boys is telling you, "Hey, Braun, this guy's really coming out." Yeah, I'm watching. They wanted to put up a little commercial package there. It was like devour your competition, stick a fork in them. So it was so weird that like how I was placed at the time when they said that. Well, I got news for you and everybody in the WWE production truck. Great video, by the way. Really, I loved it. But the fork was stuck. I ain't done yet. So Braun, or someone that knows Braun, if you're watching this, I'm gonna get you. I don't know when, I don't know how, I don't know where, but at some point, you should be watching over your shoulder. I want the biggest and the sweatiest. Oh, well, I am the manliest, though, but I'm coming to get you. Who knows? Maybe from there, maybe we'll be best friends, BFFs. But until then, respect.
Eat that elephant.
Eat that elephant. Yeah, he remembered. See, that's a cool little parable thing, right? How do you know? One bite of it.
I'm telling you, Johnny, and I know you're gonna make good on your word. I know you're gonna get him. I know you're gonna get Braun.
If they're the elephants and the lions and stuff like that, this is the alpha wolf. I'm ready to chow down. You know, and us wolves. I mean, we'll wait till our moment's right to strike too.
I can't wait to see the second match when it happens down the line, and when when you finally take care of the big bad Braun Strowman and put him to rest, and you know what, you stand triumph. Be a great.
Put him to rest. I mean, like I said, there may be a friendship there at some point. So he's cool. I got nothing against him. I just want the competition.
You know what? There's nothing wrong with competition. Is what makes wrestling. You know, that's what makes it go. That's what it's built off of, the pure sport of competition. And it's just like what you guys do. You guys are like artists. You go in there in that 20 by 20 squared circle and you paint that canvas just like an artist, and you tell your stories, and nobody does it better than professional wrestlers, I'll tell you that.
Sometimes I painted the canvas red with my opponent's blood. I've been there. And the tape is on my YouTube, too. I come off the top. Well, I don't want to give it away, but needless to say, I busted him up, right? And the guy was over 400 pounds, too, by the way. And he was ready to get in. And when I saw it, oh, guys, I'm telling anybody that's listening right now, watch the video. Look for it. I had the buzz head at the time with the crew cut. I heard I looked like Boyka from the movie, I think it's Undisputed. I think that's it. The guy that did Spawn, Michael Jai White. Anyway, so as soon as I saw it, like I didn't know I busted him open at first, and then I saw blood. I went, yeah, like my it just came out. You know, I had that bloodlust, man. So yeah, whew. Maybe that could be somebody on the WWE roster one day. I think Brock's a badass.
You know what? It could happen. It could happen. You know what? Down the line, and maybe one day, man.
Tremendously, I really do. But that's what I mean. It's all it's all in good nature and it's good competition, you know. So,
That's right. That is 100% right. And now, get into is promoting your merchandise and all your social media accounts. And where could people find you to keep up, to keep up with the news of the Big Sweaty Men's Club? And
okay.
where could they buy all the big sweaty merchandise?
Nice. Well, I'm glad you asked that. Since we're on YouTube live right now, streaming live, I'd like to start with youtube.com, The Real JKO. I'm the real deal right here. And that's all the videos you're going to find there of my work. There's also films and feature films and movies that I've been a part of, comedies, things of that nature, promos, past matches, current matches, things of that nature. Facebook.com, where the Big Sweaty Men's Club, I'm happy to announce, has hit the 2,200 mark as of this recording, this streaming. It's growing still. It's 2,200 plus. That is facebook.com, The Real JKO, same URL as YouTube. Twitter, @John_knockout. Remember, that's John, not Johnny. John_knockout on Twitter, using the hashtags Big Sweaty Men, hashtag Johnny Knockout, hashtag Big Sweaty Men's Club. And everybody enjoys my work, and right? Let the people know. I mean, I'm not here to pander to anybody, but obviously you're as important to me as I am to you. So, let's make that happen if you so feel as. Check out the right people. That could be anywhere. It could be all the way in California for Lucha Underground. I got my mask. I know some Lucha. I learned some of that stuff in the Bronx. That was awesome. By the way, I want to shout out to Bronx Wrestling Federation, BWF, where I learned a lot of these Lucha moves. I'm the Bronco International. Great guy. Great promoter, too. Instagram is Rebel JKO, because I'm a loner Gotti, a rebel. And all Big Sweaty Men bookings, people can contact Johnny Knockout direct by emailing jknockout@hotmail.com. And I think I asked you this, Todd, but Sean, I didn't ask you. You know why I use Hotmail?
Yeah, Hotmail.
Yeah, do you know why I use that?
Oh, yeah. I think I heard it has something to do with you being a hot male or something like that.
I'm a hot male, that's right.
I thought so.
God,
Yeah.
if I wasn't cheesy, I wouldn't be. Okay. Cheese is good protein, by the way, folks.
There you go.
I think that's everything.
Have everything linked for your social media accounts, Johnny. I'll have everything linked down below in the description of this video, so everybody knows where to find you. If you have any links, for like merchandise and stuff like that, I could add that in as well if you want to send them over.
Yeah. I knew I was forgetting something. Shame on me. I even have a T-shirt right over here. Yeah, Big Sweaty Men T-shirts are coming this week. I just got off the phone with my manufacturer tonight. I know it's been a little bit of an arduous process in it like that, because nobody wants to hear that dramatic BS. They want to hear positive. I'm telling you, the shirts are on their way. I spoke to the guy. They're so good, in fact. They're so detailed and perfect that he has a couple of people helping him out. So he says, I asked him, I says, look, I'm going on a podcast tonight. People are going to want to know. They're going to have an update. What should I say to them? He said to me personally, he says, John, tell the people out there, please stay patient. These are fine shirts. They're coming out very detailed. Only the best for the best. Okay, so I added that part. But still, they're on their way. So I will continue to keep you guys posted through the social media outlets. I want them by this week. Should have them. But in order to start sending them out to you guys with orders and the like, it might be next week. But you guys can keep tuned to jknockout.wix.com/Johnny Knockout. If you want to add a / to the end of that and type in merchandise, you'll go direct to the page, the merchandise page. But you'll be able to click on the official Johnny Knockout, Big Sweaty Men's Club. Or you can just email me direct and I can talk you through it.
Well, I'll definitely put all of the info below. Everybody will be able to come and check it out. I'll have all your links, everything they need. And
I don't want this to all be about me. I'm not that kind of guy. Where can we find you guys? I'm asking you now.
well, I'll tell you one thing, Johnny. I'm definitely interested in purchasing a Big Sweaty Men T-shirt when they come out because so I wanna represent proudly.
Fantastic, man. Well, then you're added to the list then.
Oh, thank you
And
very
I'm gonna have a
much.
lot of different I designed these myself, and the first official one, I designed it myself by hand. I did all the designs and the graphics. There will be a lot more. I mean, if Cena can have a new shirt every week, Johnny Knockout's gonna have two every week. Right?
Exactly.
I write down a lot. I draw a lot. All these designs, they just come to me. These ideas. So people they're gonna be wearing a shirt that anybody can wear. By the way, it's not just gonna be a wrestling shirt. It's gonna be something fun, something cool, something you can read, and people are gonna, what is that? You know, something you feel proud wearing. Whether it be a tank top, whether it be long sleeve, short sleeve. We're gonna get some Big Sweaty Men members only jackets too in the future. So,
Nice.
That is going to be awesome. Everybody, be sure to be
Women
on the lookout for Big Sweaty merchandise.
I don't want the women, by the way, Todd and Sean, to feel left out because you're going to tell me you're going to run into a female that's not going to like a big, sweaty man herself. Got kids that want to grow up to be big, sweaty men. You keep doing your job. Make sure you're eating your greens and listening to your parents and staying in school. And one day you too, you're a big, sweaty man.
And drinking your water.
Drinking, staying hydrated, baby. Yeah.
You got it.
Hydration is the most important part to keep everything in your body running.
Your body's mostly comprised of water, man. So yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think your muscles are made out of? What do you think our tongues that we're using to talk right now is made of? Water. WATAH, water.
I learned a lot from your fitness tips, Johnny, just with the hydration, all that good stuff. And, I've once you told me about your YouTube channel, I became a fan, and I've watched I watched all the fitness videos on there, and now I got to make my way over to the matches and see the matches part of it.
You haven't watched my matches yet? Are you kidding me?
I've been watching all the fitness tips.
Okay.
I've been so
yeah.
the fitness.
But I think could I take this opportunity to do something as a first? As this is the first live Skype interview I've done, so this is great. Here's
Sure,
the first.
go ahead.
Not series, right? By the way, I'm looking to make some more videos. I've been so excited with coming off of WWE Raw that with the Big Sweaty Men movement, right? And sounds so weird, but yeah, that I haven't filmed a Knockout Workout Series installation yet. I'm gonna do that. So I want to take this time right now, Big T. What topic should I touch on next for the next video? I'll leave that up to you. Sean? Oh, there he is. Okay.
Let's see. Sean, were you able to hear Johnny? My audio got a little scrambled.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, go for it.
I said, as a precedent, this is my first time doing a live Skype interview. So I want to take this opportunity to say the next Knockout Workout Series video, I would like to leave the topic in your hands. What would you like to see?
Oh, wow, that's a great question.
There you go. Okay.
Great question. Because you
Anything,
come.
just let it top of your mind. Don't overthink it. What do you
All
looking
right.
at?
Big T, I think, we were talking about like nutrition and everything, like to get you started.
That's
on
right.
the-
where I
on
was
the-
gonna go, like eating, nutrition, because I definitely would like to get some education about nutrition.
Okay. You don't have any food allergies right off the bat, right?
No, I'm pretty much good with everything.
Okay. All right. I got this. Expect a video this week.
Cool.
I'll definitely check it out for sure.
On YouTube.com, The Real JKO. All the biggest, the sweatiest, and the manliest videos will be produced. So
Oh,
check
yeah.
out Workout series. I will put something up on healthy eating and nutrition. In fact, I think that's what we'll call it.
Make sure you guys go over to the Real JKO on YouTube and you hit that subscribe button for Johnny. You're gonna get all kinds of fitness tips. There's great matches on there that you could enjoy. All kinds of stuff. Make sure you go and subscribe to Johnny on YouTube.
Yeah, that you haven't seen yet. You're promoting this as on good faith that they're great matches, but I'll back it up.
Because Johnny, I know they're great. Because I know you do great work, so I don't doubt it for 1 second.
They're all very, very different, unique style matches too. I never, just like a great workout, I never repeat the same routine in the ring. So,
you know what I'm even thinking about doing? I might actually view your matches on your channel and come on here and do reviews on your matches.
oh man, dude, that'd be awesome. I would like that.
I'll review it, and you know what? I could even do like a little commentary. That's what I'll do. You know what? I'll work on that next week. Once the weekend passes and next week comes,
Wow.
I'll come on here. I'll put my TV on, get the YouTube app running on my TV.
Like
I'll
a live
watch
reaction video, right?
that.
Like one of them live reaction videos. Although
Yeah,
I think
exactly.
the action.
Exactly. I'll do a live commentary. I'll commentate one of your matches.
Dude, that'd be great. I would love to see what you think verbally too, as it happens. So yeah, mate, if you do it,
I
I'll ask you.
definitely put that out.
Yeah, if you do that, and I'm really hoping you do. When you do it, please see it with fresh eyes. The first time you're seeing it, record it. I would ask.
Oh,
Right off the bat, like, oh, what? It's kind of like what I said on Raw, right? Nobody expected that crap to happen. What the crap, it was great.
Yep.
well, all right. Now I promise you I will not check out any of the matches then until I do it firsthand. But out of what you have on your channel, can you send me a link match that you feel is the best one that I should commentate on, or one that you would like me to commentate on?
They're all the best. You pick.
All right. All right.
Look at this. He wants to do something cool, but he wants to give me homework. I know your tricks, dude.
Hey, I just want to make sure that that you're comfortable with all of them, or if you have one that you prefer.
I wouldn't have posted them if I wasn't happy with them. So.
Well, you heard that, ladies and gentlemen. You can look forward to that.
Match, nothing else. Just a one-on-one. I'd like to see commentary on one of the single matches.
Okay. Well, you heard it here, ladies and gentlemen. Place, I would venture to say, I'm thinking about my schedule right now. I would venture to say probably on Sunday, I'm going to come on here live on YouTube, do a live reaction video to one of Johnny Knockouts matches, singles matches on YouTube, and do a live commentary for all you guys.
Oh, yeah.
Are
Sorry.
we going to get video from your match out in Cincinnati next month?
Yeah, that's going to be at Battle of the Borders, or Battle of the Border. It'll be October 29th, right on Halloween weekend. So I don't know. You
Cool.
can expect something big, slutty and spooky that weekend.
Yeah.
And we're looking at fans all over from Indiana and Cincinnati out to see us live. And if you go to the Facebook page, that's facebook.com, The Real JKO. I do have it posted. I will be continuing to post it up until the day of, so the fans could know where to find us there. If you're in the Cincinnati, if you're in the Ohio area, come on out. You best believe that my opponent, I'm going to be all over that guy, that big sweaty man, the Bengal. Get that? The Cincinnati Bengals? You got it.
Oh, yeah.
You guys are smart. Right.
Hey, if you're ever in the wrestling in the Cleveland area, Johnny, definitely let me know, because I'll come out and check a show, because I'm close to the Cleveland, Ohio area.
Hey, okay. Well, there's going to be other promoters and promotions in the crowd, I heard that night, so there's a chance I may be interacting and doing some business in the future with some people in the surrounding areas, so we'll find out. I'm sure they'll like what they'll see, but I think they're going to go and have a good time.
That sounds great. And hey, I'm just throwing it out there. if you ever need a manager
Yeah.
to be in your corner and support the big sweaty men's club, I'm here for you to back you up, man.
See what you're doing there, and I'm all for it. And you know something? We get you on this knockout workout, right? Stay in touch with me, and we get you started on your knockout workout. Then maybe we'll have something to go off of, and people can see the changes you've made from that time from now. You know?
Hell yeah.
Plan. I'm definitely going to keep in touch, for sure. And I'm just trying to think if I have any last minute questions. Sean, do you got anything else that you would like to ask Johnny before we head off?
No, I definitely just want to say thanks again. This has been so awesome, and I'm not trying to blow smoke or anything when I say you got a really, really amazing personality, and I see so much potential with I'm sure you're probably thinking, oh, he's just saying that because he's here, but it's really, you got an electric personality, and I could see you connecting amazingly with the WWE universe like you already have. And I know all it's got to take is for someone up there in Connecticut to give you that opportunity and let you shine. And I just, I see great things for you, and I wish you all the best. And congratulations on your success this far, man.
I really appreciate it, man. Yeah, I think the right people they hired me for what I did do. So I think the right people do like me, and if just waiting for the right opportunity. So I hear good things. So we'll see. But I really appreciate it, man. This is awesome. And
when you're up there on the top, don't forget about us down here. You're big sweaty men club members.
How am I going to forget when you guys come with me? Be right there.
That's true.
Yeah.
That is true.
Why do you think I called? They've asked me in the past why I named the websites The Real JKL. Because I'm authentic. What I say is my word, it's my bond.
Yep.
So, like I said, as long as I have good people in my life, that's really it. I think the good people should have that support in return, and they should come along.
Yeah.
Well, Johnny, I gotta tell you.
Onward and upward, buddy. You got it.
I gotta tell you, Johnny, it's been such an honor. And believe me, same like Sean said, I'm not just saying this. I've been working hard, for 2.5 years, here on YouTube, just doing my regular news, rumors, reviews, videos, and, started this podcast. And this has been a dream of mine, what I've always wanted to do, to sit down and, interview people that work within the professional wrestling business. And tonight you helped me make my dream come true, and I greatly appreciate that for you being here.
Awesome, man. Just call it 3 good guys working together, man. I'm glad I was a part of it.
Yeah.
The
3 guys of the big sweaty men's team right here.
We're the 3 best friends that anyone can have, right? What's that from, Hangover?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got it.
Very cool. All right, well, hopefully down the line we can do it again, man, with some more good news. No?
Definitely.
I hope so. That was exactly what I was going to bring up next, and you beat me to it. If you ever got anything going on, any shows that you're doing that you would like me to, bring up on the podcast, or just anything that you'd like to, pop in and talk about, if you got anything going on with your merchandise, shows, or, if you just want to talk.
Okay.
Feel free to come back. You're more than welcome here on the show, and I've had the time of my life, and I hope that you did too.
Cool, man. You sound like a Green Day song. That's nice. I have a lot to say. I mean, if tonight's podcast didn't tell you that, I don't know what will. So I'm sure I'll have a lot more to say in the future. We should definitely do it again. Thank you guys for having me tonight. I look forward to promoting this one. So as soon as the links come out, please let me know.
Oh, I will immediately. As soon as the links come out, I'll send them all to you for iTunes and YouTube. I will send everything to you that you need. And you know what, Johnny? You could sit on the other end of the line, just while I sign off the call, so that way when I get off the air, we could all sign off and do our thing when we're off the air. But just want to say
we're going to go to the VIP room at the Big Sweaty Men's Club, and only us three are going to be able to go. Sorry, folks, but if you join the club, one day you too could be at the VIP stuff.
Yeah, well, you know what? We got to get our first-hand look. I know I got a little sneak peek last week when you were on the phone. Remember that? My microphone cut out. You had to take me to the VIP room for just that little sneak peek, and I loved it,
It's a great time, right? There was champagne. I mean, there was there was Big Sweaty Men. There's a lot of this stuff going on. It was excellent. And you only spent 2 minutes in there. You were like, God, I can't wait to come back. Well, we'll go do that now.
Yep. Right now, we're going to go on back to the VIP room of the Big Sweaty Men's Club. And want to thank Sean and Johnny. Thank you, Johnny, for being here. And Sean, definitely always a pleasure to have you on as well. We've been doing this for 17 weeks now, and look at what week number 17 has brought us. Lucky number 17. I think this was definitely my favorite show.
Man.
Definitely, Big T. Thank you as always. It's a great honor to be here and to talk with great future of professional wrestling and one of our favorite forms of entertainment, Johnny Knockout. Thank you again so much for joining us. It has been really cool. You got great things ahead of you, buddy.
Thanks a lot, guys. Well, enjoy your night. Thank you, everybody, for watching. That's still watching right now. And when we get off the air, please share with your friends and their friends, their friends, grandmother. Thank you.
Yeah, definitely. Make sure you hit subscribe on the podcast. Leave us a 5-star rating. That greatly helps out. It's free to download. Make sure you subscribe to the channel on YouTube, Beyond the Ring with Big T. All the links will be down there that you guys need to know. All the links for all of Johnny's social media accounts will be there. And for his merchandise, everything that you need to know will be down below. And I guess this wraps up week 17 with this exclusive, episode number 17 of this exclusive interview with Mr. Johnny Knockout. Johnny, thank you very much again for being on, and I greatly appreciate it, brother.
Thank you as well, guys. Have a good one.
All right, you too, and thank you, everybody, for tuning in. And good night, everybody. We'll see you next week for episode number 18. Take care.